Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Tea. I'm your girl, Alex Schiffman, and I am joined by my amazing co-host, Mr. Courtney Revolution. What's going on, Courtney?
Good morning, T-Tribe. Good morning, Alex Schiffman. I am Courtney Revolution. Bam! I'm doing good today. How you doing today? For a thick Thursday. Had to slap the bicep for you. How you doing, Alex?
Well, I am doing well. You know, Thursday is one of our favorite days of the week because it's Friday Junior. We are almost to the weekend, so that feels good, of course. And like you said, this docket is thick with tea today. We have a great show, so make sure you stick around because a lot to talk about, right, Courtney?
Oh, we gonna get to the bottom of things. Y'all know I always say, in order to get to the bottom of things, we gotta get in order to get to the bottom of things, we gotta get to the top of the things, and we're at the top of the show. So by the end of the show, we'll be at the bottom of things. You know, we gonna figure it out.
Right. So, how was your Wednesday evening? What did you catch up on? Tell me everything.
Honestly, Alex, I ain't even gonna lie. I had Real Housewives of Atlanta up on the TV, and I was scrolling through the TikTok. I'm really trying to get on board with understanding the algorithm. Because there are TikToks, Alex, that I will spend a good moment in the living room trying to film. You know how you do the take over and over and over again till you want to cry, girl, like some Dance Moms type of moment. But then, Alex, to my surprise, I filmed a TikTok, y'all, and when I tell you it was like a 1, 2, 3, like a sip of a juice out of a wine glass and a lip sync over like one line of whatever, and it like thousands of plays. How did that happen? I don't know.
TikTok is a mystery to all of us. You just keep creating your great content that you have. I truly love that you are now on board with the TikTok because, I was trying to sell you for a good, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months and you were not having it. And now you are a TikTok king and I love it and I appreciate it.
You know what it is, Alex? I think what really used to bother me, right, was the fact that all I kept seeing when we spoke about TikTok or when I read about it in the news or when I saw it on my timeline was that there was this power struggle between black creators and white creators stealing and theft all around in terms of content. But now that I've immersed myself in the culture, those things do occur, but I've been able to discover for myself that there actually is an entire side of TikTok that's just for me. Gay black millennials that are obsessed with reality TV. If you like it, there's a section of TikTok for you. So you just have to find it.
I love it. Amazing. Well, I'm so happy to hear that. And of course, it is such a fun platform. You get obsessed and on it, scrolling for hours. But yeah, it takes a lot of work. That's why I admire these creators. You are one of them. We are one of them that take the time and effort to do this because entertaining isn't easy. But T-Tribe, if you're just joining us, of course, let us know in the chat, where are you watching the Morning Tea from this morning? We love to hear all the exciting places you're watching the show from. And while you're doing that, let me break down what we have on the show today because it's a lot. Starting off with Wendy Williams speaking about what to expect in her upcoming biopic. T-Tribe, it is right around the corner. This weekend it's coming, so we're going to tell you what she's talking about. Also, Chloe Bailey dancing to 1 million followers on Instagram. She just had an announcement. 1 million. She made it. Also, the cast of iCarly is showing off pics from the set. Of course, we've talked about a remake is coming. Well, it's here, and we have all the pics to prove it. Then Halsey hinting at pregnancy earlier this week, but it's confirmed, as we know. But we may have known a few days ago during her interview on the Kelly Clarkson show. Then Lindsay Lohan is sending a sweet message to a young girl before making it awkward. This is a interesting story. We'll tell you about that. We're also talking about new music from Joshua Bassett, Migos, and Billie Eilish, talking about how excited she is for people to hear her new album. So some new music news for everyone. And then behind the Kar Jenner gates, we're discussing some new updates in the Kim and Kanye divorce struggle. Addison Rae is clamming up about the Kar Jenners after she got asked who was her favorite. Nobody likes that question. And then Ray J, has entered the chat again. So we'll tell you about this story. And then finally, our OMT story of the day. We're talking about Khloe and Tristan possibly eloping in Vegas. Kris Jenner is not pleased, as we expect. So we are spilling all the tea on today's episode. So stick around for that later in the show. Courtney, this is some good tea. Are you ready for this?
Alex, you already know I am ready. Revolution. Before I pour, may I say something real quick? How about this? I'm multitasking at a time today, girl. Hang on. T Tribe, as I pour, if you're watching, good morning, after sippers, good evening, wherever you're listening, watching, what have you. Let us know in the chat, in the comments, how you're feeling about the docket, and tell us who you want to see on the docket if they're not already there.
Yes.
Because I always like to keep things diverse. And a good word that Alex uses when we speak about the docket in the morning is she loves to see new blood. Always working on people on the docket. So if we're missing your faves, they might not be on our radar. Let us know in the comments, and y'all know, bother us on social media, etc., etc. Okay, I'm done, Alex. Now I'm ready.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the tea. Mm-hmm. All right. So if you're new here, of course, we kick off the show with You Missed It. And these are all the stories you may have missed overnight. But don't worry, Courtney and I handle all the trending tea for you. And first up, we're talking about Miss Wendy Williams. So let's get into it. Head of Wendy Williams, the movies released this Saturday, January 30th on Lifetime. My birthday. Wendy is speaking out on the details surrounding her ex-husband. Wendy spoke to E! News Daily Pop about why she has decided to talk about her dramatic divorce almost 2 years after it went down. Wendy told the show, quote, "I just let the headlines kind of speak for themselves. I could not talk to you all about everything going on until I was able to sit down and talk with my son. And my ex-husband was acting out of order, so y'all didn't know that, and I was going to talk about that stuff. I was going to save it for the movie." Wendy also spilled, saying that she had known about Kevin Hunter's infidelity for a while before the divorce happened, hiring a private investigator to tail him. Wendy had even found out that Kevin had gotten his mistress pregnant. She said, quote, "There were secrets that I was keeping. It wasn't about being not vulnerable. It was about waiting for the right time because I was methodically planning to get out of my marriage. I still played I love you, Wendy. This is what a smart girl does if she is playing the role of being the loving wife. In the meantime, the private investigator was following them on vacation. The PI followed her to her GYN appointments. The PI ended up finding out that the girl was pregnant. So all of this and more is supposed to be on full display in Saturday's upcoming Lifetime movie premiere. Are you excited for the movie this weekend and to get more insight into what went down between Wendy and Kevin, Courtney, and T-Tribe?
Now, Alex, I know we've been talking about Wendy Williams in this movie ad nauseum, and we're going to talk about it one more time, y'all. Now, here's the thing. I didn't realize, Alex, that I feel like as an audience, we thought that Wendy found out that she was being cheated on, like, with the rest of us. Like, we thought that it came out in the news. Some of us, anyway. I'll speak for myself, basically. I thought that Wendy had no idea, and it was, like, this thing that was circulating, and she was still continuing to do the show, and things were kind of normal-esque for a period of time. But little did we know, Wendy was kind of like plotting this entire time to get out of her marriage without losing as much money as possible. And she has sort of like addressed it on her show, like, well, I had to do this in order to, get out of the marriage and this, that, and the third. And I'm very interested, Alex, to see what else we don't know. I really didn't know that, and it caught me off guard when I found this out. I think that now I'm at a point where I feel like there's something in the movie for me, because y'all have heard me say I know a lot about Wendy Williams, but now I'm feeling like maybe not so.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. I'm interested to learn what else we didn't see in the headlines or in her kind of admission on the show. I will say that a woman knows in her gut, in her intuition, when something is not right. And of course, even hiring the private investigator, Wendy had to have some kind of knowledge or, something inside of her that was like, this is not good. So it's not surprising that she was trying to, get everything covered before she announced it. But I am interested to learn more about it in the movie. God, it's so good. I can't wait.
Girl, I'm gonna have to make me a good steak, a sweet potato, some asparagus with my glass of wine. I'm ready. Wendy, we gonna
Ooh.
celebrate, girl. Mm.
Ooh, well, Danielle in the chat is saying the Breakfast Club says the movie makes her husband look like an angel, so I hope it's 100% facts and no lies.
Now, Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club worked with Wendy for many, many, many years, and so he
Right.
knows Kelvin and Wendy more than the majority of us. So very interesting. Ooh, I'm gonna be watching this.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, well, let's move on to some other news, some exciting news. Chloe Bailey of Chloe and Halle celebrated a new milestone yesterday, sending her fans into a frenzy. Chloe and Halle both debuted their new solo social media accounts on Tuesday and already are raking in the followers. Chloe broke the million follower mark yesterday and decided to post a dance video to commemorate the occasion. The video shows Chloe feeling herself in the bedroom, dancing in a silhouette to Jeremiah's song All the Time. Chloe captioned the video, quote, "A special performance for all of you. Thank you for all of your love and support. Let's celebrate together in reaching 1 million followers." So fans went wild for the video clip and are clamoring for more. They may get it too, at least more solo work, as Chloe is reportedly looking to release new music. She posted a picture of herself and the rapper Black in the studio recently, having fans scratch their heads over whether it's music or relationship related. So what do you make of Chloe reaching 1 million followers in just 2 days? And are you excited at the prospect of solo work coming from her?
Alex, I don't know why the boys and girls of the world, not the T Tribe, but I don't know why the boys and girls of the world keep sleeping on not only Chloe and Halle as a unit together as sisters, but
Yeah.
separately as well. I feel like as time goes on, if you don't watch Grownish like myself and you are just sort of like a fan of the music, it's great to sort of see their individual personalities shine through these two separate Instagram accounts. Chloe is more sexy, sensual. There's like a confident prowess thing about her. She's coming into her own as a young woman, and I
Yeah.
love that she's celebrated this way. And look, we get like two sides of the coin, right? We get like the mature, kind of very obvious sex appeal moment from Chloe, and then we
Yeah.
get a whole different side of sensuality from Halle when The Little Mermaid comes out. And Mr. Makeshift, as of right now, the sisters are allowed to do solo music, but they're not going solo.
Right.
That's not a thing between sisters. You know, it's not like a breakup. They're
Right.
potentially just maybe doing a song here or like a song there. Girl, London is far. Halle is over there. Oh, Chloe got to do something. So we're going to celebrate these 1 million followers.
That was a Little Mermaid reference. If you didn't get that, Ariel. But I will say that this was hot, Chloe. You killed this. I mean, I watched this probably 10 times. I loved it that much. But it did make me chuckle inside because most people, when they reach 1 million followers, they get like a huge cake or like some, a big there with a 1 million or like a balloon. But Chloe was like, I'm gonna give you me. I'm gonna give you this dance. I'm gonna turn the lights off and you're gonna watch this. And I absolutely loved it. So congratulations to her. And of course, Halle's still killing it in London. I can't wait to see The Little Mermaid. And also for the music because they're both super talented. So appreciate anything that's going to come from that camp and ready for it. And if there's also rumors about, of course, as we mentioned, rapper Black and Chloe. So if this is true, then he's a lucky man.
Because she produces, they their music, these girls. So like, I think when people have difficulty boxing them into one genre, that's why. Everything is organic. They make it from scratch. Video, Miss Chloe just hanging out in the bedroom, girl, doing a little beep, boop, 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 and it sounded good, girl. I want it.
I mean, it was good. It was really good. But before I move on, I have to ask, do you have a favorite Little Mermaid song?
Girl, Part of Your World. I know, like
Yeah,
everyone goes for the Under the Sea because that's everybody know that one, girl. But
part of your world. Yeah.
girl, they should have called me, girl. I would have played Ursula Minion, girl. Come on, Melissa McCarthy. You feel okay with that casting choice, y'all? Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Oh, I think it's great. I love Melissa
Yeah,
McCarthy. I think it's going to be really, really great.
I wasn't on board. To be honest, I wasn't on
Yeah.
board when the announcement was first made, but on me, I'll put it on me. It is because since I was a child, I've always imagined Queen Latifah being Ursula, and so I felt like
Oh,
they fumbled the bag with that.
yes.
Right, Alex? Both great women, but I think in my mind I didn't manage my expectations, so it's my fault.
That
Melissa,
would
good
be
luck.
good. Wow, that would be
Mm-hmm.
good. Well, maybe I'll do another remake because that's what everyone
Like a
really wants these days.
Broadway.
We got 3, 4, 5 remakes. So in the next one, hopefully they cast Queen Latifah. That'd be awesome. She would kill that. All right, but T Tribe, let
She
us know in the
would.
chat what's your favorite song from Little Mermaid, and who would you like to see casted as Ursula? While we're on the subject, let's talk it out in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're doing that, speaking of remakes, Miranda Cosgrove, Nathan Kress, and Jerry Trainer posted a selfie on the set of their new iCarly revival show. The 3 co-stars each shared the pic to their individual social accounts, taking some time between shots to tease out the return of the popular 2000 show. The new show will be returning to Paramount Plus, a new streaming service by Viacom CBS. iCarly is set to return soon, but without the original creators working behind it. Nickelodeon announced that they would no longer be working with Dan Schneider back in 2018 and are working with new series leads to revamp the Emmy award-winning kids show. So, what do you think a revival like this needs in order to be successful, since most of the audience base has kind of aged out? We also have seen a lot of other reboots fall hard in trying to come back while fighting against that very thing. Lizzie McGuire, for instance. Can iCarly kind of bridge this gap, Courtney and T-Tribe? Oh no! Did we lose Courtney? Oh man, that internet, it always gets us. T-Tribe, let me know. Are you excited for this iCarly reboot? Do you think, kind of the obvious elephant in the room that Jeanette McCurdy is not involved in the iCarly revival will be a detriment? Will it not be the same? What are you looking for? Let us know in the chat. Kat is saying, I don't really like reboots. And I feel the same way. Let me take that back. I enjoy reboots, but they have to have a lot of the original in it. Courtney, you're back. Thanks for joining us. We are just talking about
Girl, I ran to the
iCarly's.
bathroom real quick, but not really.
I'm just telling Kat and the rest of the T-Tribe, she said she doesn't like reboots. And I appreciate reboots, but they have to have a lot of the original in it or something drastically different to kind of hook me. How do you feel about reboots?
I like reboots hyphen ish question mark Alex Schiffman. There's got to be something. I want y'all to visualize like how I would type it out if I were like on Twitter. That's why I do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I like a good reboot, but there has to be something in it for me. Like, what is the hook for the iCarly reboot? Where's my good sis Sam? Jeanette McCurdy, we know you've got the podcast. Like, do she do you need a coin? I miss Sam. I feel like it's either Carly in a new adventure by herself, all the way over there. The parents went to Italy, y'all. The dad went to Italy. Throw her out in Italy. Give us something campy like that, or keep it. I think I saw Tamara say, "Leave the original, the original." Good morning, Tamara. And leave it because are y'all running to go and see that? I'm afraid I don't want it to be like a Girl Meets World. And although I did enjoy that, it didn't capture the essence of what Boy Meets World had and what it was.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to mess up the legacy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but Girl Meets World actually did very well. It was on a few seasons, but it brought a new fan base, which is kind of what we said before, where, the Boy Meets World fans weren't really watching, but there was like a new age group of fans. Let's see you all in the chat. Brandy is saying reboots are difficult. They need to keep the feeling the same. I agree. Manny is saying I'm sad that Jeanette McCurdy isn't going to be in the reboot. Lois is saying reboots are hard to get behind. Mr. Makeshift, I like reboots to a T, and Sam not coming makes me wonder what happened between Sam and Freddie.
Because Sam had the crush on Freddie on the show, Alex. So I mean, it already starts off with like, well, Carly, your dad or your family's in Italy, and Freddie, Sam's not in love with you, and she's not gonna, give us an uppercut in the face this episode.
Right.
Like, so now I'm curious as to what the story is. So we're gonna have to wait on that. Because until I hear like a Carly and her brother and Freddie are boop, in an aquarium or like locked in a hotel, sweet life. What's the premise? Pictures are cute and they get us excited, right, for the nostalgia. But Randy Cosgrove, what's going on, sis?
Right, yeah. McCole saying not without Sam. I'm not watching. McCole is not watching. Brittany agrees with McCole. Listen, I understand. I hear you. So we will stay tuned to see how it plays out. But all in all, I'm sure iCarly fans are excited to see some of the OGs back together on set. It's really happening, guys. So stay tuned. And while you're doing that, without Dan Schneider, and we don't even get to get into that.
Put your socks on, y'all, and we're going to leave it there. Put your socks on. Put them on, girl.
Exactly. Halsey is pregnant, though. Of course, we announced yesterday during the T No Less T Tribe. You guys were going crazy in the chat, being your investigative reporters. Halsey and her screenwriter boyfriend, Alev Aiden, told fans everywhere that they were expecting their first child together. Fans are so excited for the new family to be and have already started their detective work. Some are pointing to possible hints Halsey made on the Kelly Clarkson show earlier this week as hints. Take a listen.
Another thing that's been going on while you're at home is snacks, right? You're really into like pretty random snacks.
I can't stop eating. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think it's like kind of being home in the quarantine.
You was with baby girl.
Halsey goes on to explain the proper way to eat Oreos as well as the Rice Krispie treat variation she's been dabbling with while at home. Either she was pregnant or had some serious munchies going on. What did you think of Halsey's big news, and do you think this was any kind of hint that she was pregnant?
It did kind of give me hint vibes, but honestly, I don't get the sense that she might have known. Then, like, she was just kind of like, girl, I am so hungry. Like, Alex, have you ever been sick and like you're like, I'm just like, is it real cold in here? Like, what's going on? And it's not even cold, girl. And the next day, girl, you got the body ache, girl. And like, what I mean? You don't realize in the moment. Maybe that's what was. Is that you every day, girl?
I'm like, something is wrong in the air. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm cold. I'm hungry. So I feel this statement from Halsey.
Listen, I like stories like this because I enjoy seeing our celebrities get in a little bit of mess. Y'all already know. That's why I'm here. I enjoy a little bit of mess. But I do enjoy, after the mess, always like the moral of there being like a happy ending. The same thing with Emma Roberts. Halsey and her, they both had babies and they both dated Evan Peters and it both was a mess. I mean, look, now they both got babies. They're happy endings. Halsey had the stuff with G-Eazy Girl. Remember G-Eazy Girl? And that was tumultuous. Girl, I won't get into it because it's a congratulatory moment, but y'all know.
Yes.
And it fell apart. And look, blessings after, So to the T Tribe, I know y'all be going through some stuff because I know y'all be DMing me the stuff y'all be going through. Just know that you got to make it through. Put your pedal to the metal, focus, get through it so that you can get your baby or your happy ending or whatever you seek. So congrats to Halsey.
Yeah, I think this is very exciting news. Obviously, want to know everything about her boyfriend, her screenwriter boyfriend, because like you said yesterday, I didn't even realize she was in a relationship again, but she's been through a lot. And this is obviously a blessing and excited for her. I think it's really cute that she was like, do you think she knew at that time? Or do you think that she was just like super hungry?
I mean, listen, sometimes I get so hungry, Alex, that I feel like I'd be with child. So, I
Yeah,
mean, maybe.
I get it.
I be eating, girl.
I get it. Well, good for her. Do we think, can we pick a name? We'd like to pick a name?
Rainbow.
Oh.
REIGNBOW. Rainbow. Has Halsey had pregnancy? I feel like at one point or another we spoke, maybe a long in the distant past. Halsey had a miscarriage, maybe, and I apologize if I'm misquoting or I have this information wrong. But I feel like maybe that happened. And if it did happen, then that's even better, because then this would be her rainbow baby, right? You know, when you have a miscarriage, those of you that don't know, and you have a child after, that is your rainbow baby. So if that did happen to her, then this would be perfect. And either way, girl, that's kind of a sick name. So, bam, you're welcome.
Yeah. Let us know in the chat what you want Halsey to name her baby, girl or boy, because we obviously don't know what she's having just yet. But oh, Harper, pretty. Halsey and Harper, Randy, good one. Mandy wants her to have a boy.
I'd be here for that.
Best to have a girl.
You never know. Mr. Makeshift did confirm that she did have miscarriage. Thank you, Mr. Makeshift, and I see you, Manny, as well. So yeah, I think that rainbow would be great. This is really like, I'm sure, confetti cannons, like, this is huge. Shout out to everyone that is trying to get pregnant or have their child or adopt or what have you. We support you on your whatever that is.
Oh wow. That's so sad, but also beautiful that she was able to have a baby. So love this news. Okay, let's move on to some other touching news, because TikToker Alana was looking for a cute way to come out to her parents and got a little more than she may have bargained for. While brainstorming ways to tell her family that she's bisexual, Alana found Lindsay Lohan on Cameo and thought it might be cool to have her do the talking. Lindsay responded, but not in the way Alana expected. Take a look at this right now.
And I think that you should do it yourself. I think that coming from you, you'll feel a lot of power and strength, and it's important that you are who you truly are, and that you love yourself, and you can live by that, and tell your parents that, and I promise you they will understand.
So Lindsay urged Alana to come out herself in one of the sweetest videos ever, as you just saw right there. Alana decided to post the Cameo video to her TikTok, and it blew up. The internet was thrilled at Lindsay's kind words and encouragement of Alana to own her identity. Of course, nothing can be good, though. Speaking to Variety earlier this week, Alana said that she has since received a message from Lindsay's Cameo account asking for the video to be taken down. The message read, quote, "Hi, just wanted to ask you if you could take the Cameo down because it was private for your use only." Alana has said that she does not want to take the TikTok down because she feels that Lindsay's words were important and could do some good for other people struggling with their identities. If Lindsay can help Alana, maybe she can help other kids too. So Courtney and T-Tribe, what do you make of this story, and why do you think Lindsay would ask for the video to be taken down?
Alex, I am so confused.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of her taking the video back. What does that do?
No.
You know, what she said was beautiful, and it was nice, and it was encouraging, and it was uplifting. It's exactly what she should have said.
Right.
The only thing, T-Tribe, let me know if you agree, and also Alex, the only thing that can come to mind is if Lindsay's not supposed to be making money somewhere, or something with her business or businesses. You know, she has the jewelry line. I don't know. Maybe there's something in the contract that she can't do the XYZ. Speculation, not confirmation. Y'all know I don't know nothing about nothing. But I don't know. That was weird to me. especially when you do a cameo, they're paying for the video, so she can do whatever she wants with the video. I think it looks bad even from a customer service standpoint to then message. That's like, can you return this polo you bought from American Eagle Outfitters because it was for you to wear in your house only and not for you to wear and we saw the photos on social media? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how weird.
It's very weird to me. I don't understand why Lindsay would ask to take it down. What Lindsay said was beautiful, like you just said. It was empowering. It probably could help a lot of people seeing someone like Lindsay Lohan on her platform, basically empowering others to own, their own identity and be brave and all of that. So I don't get it. I mean, that is a good point what you said. However, Cameo is public, so people can see that Lindsay has a Cameo account, so I think in general she would have to take the Cameo account down if that's the case, if it's, legal reasons. But this is just weird to me. I wonder if Lindsay will come out and respond.
I hope she does, Alex, but I hope she does in a way that doesn't somehow make this situation worse. Like, you ever seen like a situation where it's like, well, girl, at this point you might as well stay quiet, because like, what's going on with her? Like, Lindsay, she left the US, did the show, the beach club for MTV, and then we didn't hear from her for a while. Then she was trying to kidnap the baby off the street on live. Then it was like silent, and then we had jewelry line for this jewelry company in the UK, which is great.
Yeah. And
then we have this mysterious message saying, girl, if you don't take this Cameo down. Well, it wasn't threatening, but it was like, can you please take this Cameo down? Something in the buttermilk is not clean, y'all.
Yeah.
Know that.
Well, it's going to come out soon, because that's how this 24/7 celebrity news cycle works. So tomorrow probably we'll have
we'll be
all in all, don't want to take away from the fact that this was a special moment, and it's just unfortunate that this has turned into this, right?
Mm-hmm. Y'all, Alex, before we move on, hi, Brittany. I just want to address Brittany directly because I see you in the chat. Yes, y'all, if y'all missed it on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about, right? When Lindsay was on the Instagram live and she had like approached a family that I believe was homeless on the street, y'all, and it was in a different country. And she was like trying to it appeared as though she was trying to take the child, 50 reasons. Like, oh, let's get your child out of the cold or whatever. But then as the parent, I believe, to my recollection, was like, no. Lindsay was like grab the child. And then the parent did what they had to do. So after the show, y'all can Google that. I'm sure it's on the internet somewhere.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, moving on to some music news. Joshua Bassett is releasing more new music today. Interesting segue, right, Courtney? Posting to his social media, Joshua teased out his upcoming single, Only a Matter of Time, to be released today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This new drop comes mere weeks after his other single, Lie, 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 hit the charts, with both songs to be featured on an upcoming EP coming soon. You can pre-save it now, but we still do not have a date. Joshua also shared a teaser clip from what looks like an accompanying music video, with Joshua standing on train tracks as light strings play a more low-tempo melody. This news all comes as Joshua, Olivia Rodrigo, and Sabrina Carpenter all have been dropping new music to kick off 2021, spurring a bit of a Disney Channel rivalry as each artist tries to maintain the spotlight with their music. So what do you think we can expect from Josh and Only a Matter of Time? And I nicknamed him Josh, but I don't even know if he goes by Josh. I think it might be Joshua. So there we go.
Oh, girl, you already know I was about to take that and run out. Let me be respectful because I do enjoy Bassett. Good morning, Joshua Bassett. I enjoy Lie, Lie, Lie. So you told me all the things that you said. Girl, as I pour my cold brew, that's a hit. Thing. Y'all know how I feel about when an artist is like starting their era or whatever, and they now songs one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. And I don't want this to happen. This is only the second song, but I don't want Joshua Bassett to be like a fizzle out. I am excited for the song. I'm curious. to see if I'll like it as much as I did with Lie Lie Lie. But I mean, it's either a bad business move or it's a great business move, because on the flip side of the coin, Alex, this could be Joshua's way to break out from the 3 Disney Channel love triangle thing that's going on. In case you missed it, y'all, you don't know who this is. Joshua Bassett was in a love triangle with Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo, who sings the massively popular Driver's License song that all of your friends keep spamming your Twitter timelines with.
Yeah. I think, of course, you know, there's a lot of hype around 3 of these artists, so it's only going to help him to release music right now. It was interesting, this teaser. I don't know why, but I felt something familiar when I watched it. I don't know if it's like the beginning of a movie or a Netflix series, or the teaser really brought me in. The music sounds good. I'm interested to kind of see where Joshua's career goes from this, because this is the time to kind of do that. And, you know, he's talented. They're all very talented. So why not capitalize on this? Release all the music you can. Do all the projects you can right now.
You know what you said it sounded like the beginning of a Netflix movie. It felt familiar. You know what that little bit gave me? Like a transition shot on The Hills, where they do like the far away, like
maybe it's reality.
Like that's what it like they would play. Yeah. Like that Selling Sunset, like for those of y'all that didn't watch The Hills, like that Selling Sunset, when you see the overview of like all of LA or Sunset, like it's that kind of vibe.
Wow. By the way, Cameo's ears must have been ringing because I just got an email from Cameo. So I did purchase one time for my boyfriend's birthday. I got him, of course, 90 Day Fiance. Cameo is fun. Have you ever bought a Cameo, Courtney?
I've never bought a Cameo, but I'm actually on Cameo. So if y'all wanted me to wish y'all crush a happy Valentine's Day, or y'all wanted me to speculate something, or y'all wanted my opinion on whatever, and we don't talk about it on the show, Cameo is probably the way to get me to do that. But I think it's a cool platform. Listen, don't tell my boyfriend, but also, Alex, you and our brains are in the right place, because probably eventually I'm gonna get my boyfriend one of these reality star cameos, but he don't know it yet. So he's in the other room sleeping. So don't tell him.
Courtney and Kiki Tribe, let me just tell you, and this is not sponsored, but first of all, a lot of the money goes to charity sometimes. So that's another cool aspect of Cameo. But right now we're all at home and there's not much we can do for anniversaries and birthdays and all those kinds of celebrations. Cameo, like really, it makes it special. So do it if you can.
Yeah.
If you need
Nene Leaks, imagine it's your birthday and Nene Leaks is on the phone talking about, hey, honey, I would lose it.
Some of the prices get up there, so make sure it's something that's a little bit more affordable. Yeah. It can get crazy. Well, enough about Cameo. Let's move on to more music news, because after over 3 years of waiting, Migos are back with a follow-up to their album Culture 2. Updating their fans yesterday, the group posted a behind-the-scenes trailer for their next album, Culture 3. The trailer shows what the rappers have been doing in the time between releases, showing off their recording space, as well as the creative process that went into producing the new album. In the trailer, Offset goes into why the group waited so long to come out with this new project. He said, quote, "A lot of things happening in the quarantine made me realize to get out of the box and see more of the world. We were absent for a reason, though. How we were putting so much music out, you could flood the market. With everything going on, I've never been so political in my life. I got my first time to vote this year, and that comes from just seeing everything happening in the world." So Migos haven't yet given a release date for Culture 3, but did say that new music would be coming soon. What do you think we can expect from the new album, especially in the context of how recent events over the past few years seem to have shaped their ideology behind making music?
Can I say, Alex, I love this. Like, The Morning Tea is literally one of my favorite shows. We're literally like, the Migos have been hard at work on their new album, and then Leo like hits it, and it's like Quavo lighting a blunt. I can't. I love y'all. I so get why y'all watch this show because it's actually hilarious.
Everything and anything here. That's what makes this show so beautiful. Sometimes you may not even expect what you see.
It's just so. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. That one got me. Shout out to Leo. You be hitting it.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute. I didn't realize it really has been a moment since the Migos have put anything out. I personally have not thought about them since Motorsport and the Cardi Nicki stuff. So, I mean, that I'm looking back, I guess it was a while ago. So we need more music from them. Are y'all excited? Is it weird that I like them more as people a little bit than music artists? Like, I love Quavo. I don't know what it is, but ever since him and Saweetie, there's just something there's something likable about him now. I love me some Quavo. Offset, I was very furious of him jumping from the rafters in the club because someone like threw a drink near Cardi or something like that. I was very furious at that. But I mean, I guess everyone else can fight the police and not wear a mask. You can jump from the club, girl. Do that. And Take Off, girl. Take Off, 9 times out of 10, ties the song all the way together. So we need all three, Alex, and we need them to come together like Captain Planet and the Kids back in the day. And I'm not excited, but I am interested. What will the new and world experienced Migos sound like? And will it still get the kids blacked out in the dive bars? That's what I want to know. If it's not something that's going to make me go wild with a $7 rum bucket at Jock and Jill's on Main Street at age 22, I don't want it.
Listen, they don't say third time's a charm for no reason. So Culture 3 is probably going to be great. And of course, just like, Offset said, when artists are inspired or have a lot of time to reflect or just have a new perspective in general, that's when the best art comes out. So I think it's exciting. I think this is going to be good. I think maybe we'll see a different side of them that we haven't seen. And I'm pumped for it. T-Tribe, are you guys excited? Oh, Amanda is psyched. Amanda is ready to go. Brandy says, well said, Courtney. I'm not excited waiting, but I'm interested. Same here. Yeah, this is
like I'm not like, oh my god, I can't wait to hear the Migos. But like when it comes on, I'm gonna be like, oh, is that the new Migos song? Right? Like, you know what I mean? You know how there's some artists you're not like, into their music, but when it comes out, you might be like, oh, is that Keisha Cole? Right?
Exactly. So good news coming from men in general. But we have more music news. We don't just stop at the Migos. We also have more and more new music coming from Billie Eilish, of course. She opened up to Vanity Fair about her new upcoming album, speaking to the creative differences fans can expect between this new project and her previous album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Billie said this, quote, honestly, everything is different. Like, we really haven't done anything the same. We haven't made any of it in the same place. We've grown so much in just the way we create. I've been writing so much more, and honestly, so much better than I ever have. I feel like a different person. I really couldn't be happier with what I've been creating, and I couldn't be prouder of myself that I'm about what I feel that I've created. So we've been talking about this new album since last year when reports of Billie and her brother Phineas were working on the new album. From home sparked interest into what they were brewing up. There have obviously been a lot of creative juices flowing as Billie is looking to continue her major success with the next release. So how do you think this album will be different from the last, Courtney and T-Tribe? And what about Billie's experience with fame do you think will impact kind of the creative direction of the music?
Well, hey, shout out to Amanda. Amanda's giving us the high five, girl. Bam! Which is now our moment to remind y'all to like, share, and comment on this video if you're watching after Sip or what have you.
Yes,
Thanks,
yes.
Amanda. Here's the thing. I like hearing this news, right? I love hearing that Billie is like, this is going to be different from the last. But, Alex, if I press play on BE2, as I imagine the kids will call it on Twitter, and I hear pianos and soft lullaby vocals, I'm going to be furious. Because that is what you have done. You know what I mean? So, not saying that Billie can control how her vocals sound. Let me be real. Sorry, y'all. Don't be extra and drag me. But I want to hear some. If you're saying it's so completely different from what I've done, then girl, if it ain't the Tropical House album, girl, you better give us like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be 180. It can be a little bit more up tempo or less minimal production wise. I'm just saying, if you're talking about it, now you got to be about it. If we press play, Alex, and that sound like Zanny or any of the other songs we've heard from her, I'm going to be upset. I'll still play it, but I'm going to be upset about it, right?
Right. Yeah, I feel like similar to what we just spoke about with the Migos, like we want to hear the new sound. You know, give us something new, give us something different. If that's what you're saying is what you created. So I have mixed feelings about this because Billie has really kind of created her own lane, her own sound. That's what makes her unique. So to stray completely away from that, I don't know how I feel. But if it's good, it's good. And she's super talented. Phineas is super talented. So together, I know that they can create beautiful music. But what so different do we think we would get from Billie? Like, do you know what I mean? Where up tempo? Maybe we need like we've said before, an EDM, an upbeat, kind of more dancey Billie. Do Billie fans want that?
If it's not going to be EDM, because Alex, with any artist that does mostly acoustic, minimal kind of production music, I'm going to want EDM from them, to be honest.
Right.
But
exactly.
How about this? If it's not going to be ooh-oohs and pianos, and we get brass, Billie and a saxophone, something weirdly modern and jazzy. Jazzy can be upbeat just because it's different. And I don't mean Billie Holiday. I don't want to hear Billie scatting. Like, you know, I just want to hear a horn, guitarro in the background, maybe a little Carlos Santana. Give us something that's going to make us run outside and kick the fire hydrant over. Like we in the hood, Alex. We going out with the wrench. Bam! Knock the fire hydrant out because Billie done blew our edges off. Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Let's do EDM or let's do jazz or something upbeat. Like make it real different. Excite us. We're ready for it.
I need that.
Yeah. We need it. Okay. Well, you know what else we need, Courtney? We have to talk about our card Jenners. We have some serious updates coming from that family. So beep, beep. I'm here at the gate, Courtney. Let me in. We have to talk about our card Jenner tea time, so take it away.
Alrighty, if you guys are all set for all of the tea from behind the Card Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Card Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just me. Bam!
Yeah. All right, so we're kicking off Card Jenner Tea Time with some difficult news about, you know, the Kimye divorce, because sources are reporting that the specifics surrounding Kim and Kanye's rumored divorce are starting to fall into place. An insider spoke to Us Weekly about Kim's progress on working through the divorce and that they are nearing a final exit plan that would benefit her whole family. The insider said, quote, Kim has had all of her and Kanye's financials and properties ready to be split. It's a very fair deal for everyone. Kim has all of her assets and financials ready for when she decides to file officially. Friends thought she was going to file in September, but she's holding out. That does not mean that everything behind the scenes is already done. Apparently, Kim first started meeting with divorce attorney Laura Wasser back in July of 2020 as the presidential bid comments hit the news cycle hard. Kanye's comments regarding North during the event in South Carolina seem to have been the last straw for Kim, as we've spoken about before. Fortunately, it sounds as if the kids aren't as shielded from the news as one would hope. Another source spoke to Entertainment Tonight about the split, saying this, quote, the kids don't know much of what's going on because they are young, but also this isn't new to them. Kim and Kanye have always been so busy traveling and in and out that Kanye not being there isn't shocking. At the end of the day, Kim and Kanye will do what is best for their kids and are on great terms as parents. The divorce is hard on anyone, regardless of how old you are. Courtney and T-Tribe, how do you think this is affecting the kids right now? And when do you think this divorce will all wrap up?
I'm sad for the kids because it just seems, Alex, like this kind of life with Kim and Kanye is like all they know.
Yeah.
So like you just read, Kanye not being around is like, it's normal and it's sad. Both parents, if you're available, should be able to be around, and when Kim and Kanye divorce, I don't want either of them to be even less around the kids. I don't want there to be a strain on the relationship, meaning their relationship with the kids because of this. It's just very unfortunate. I want to shout out Fessy. Hey, Fessy. Fessy's a long time watcher, and we're glad to see you back. Fessy is saying best part of the tea time is me saying Kardashian tea time. Well, damn, I'm glad we do it. When them red and blue lights start to flashing, we get to spilling that tea. But do you think, Alex, that looking back 10 years from now, the kids will feel as though Kim made the right decision leaving their father?
That's a tough question. I don't want to speak for the children, but I will say that kids know more than we think. And unfortunately, like you just mentioned, they may just be used to this kind of separation. Like we said, oh, dad's in Wyoming, working on the album, or mom's in New York, for New York Fashion Week, or they're used to a lot of travel, which makes me feel a little bit better about the situation because they know they may not realize that so much time has passed for a different reason. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But back to my point, that kids feel it and they know it. And North is 7 now, and she must have a sense. And it just makes me sad. But I do think that it seems like they're in a decent place, according to the source. It seems like they're all on good terms, and that also makes me happy because divorce can be messy, and a lot of times it takes years if both parties aren't agreeing. There's a lot of mediation, and so if all the assets are taken care of, and all the children are taken care of, and everything, then this can finalize quickly. Because the longer it goes on, the more pain everyone feels that is involved. So I don't know. I wish the best for all of them, and it, it it's sad. It's very sad.
Alex, can I leave the T Tribe with a situation? And if you're after sipping, can you write in the comments the answer to this? Say you were a nanny for Jenners, right? Because we don't see them and we don't hear about them really like that because, they're NDA'd up. And you're taking care of the Kar Jenner kids, and they've reached an age where they start asking questions about mommy and daddy, or maybe they found something on Google. At this point, everyone has an iPad, kid wise. As a nanny, what do you say? What is that boundary there? If they ask, like, well, what's divorce? Are my parents divorcing? Or like, what's this? And they pull it up and it's Courtney and Alex going, well, Khloe and Tristan. As a nanny, because I've never been one, what do you say? How do you handle that? And how do you think a Kar Jenner nanny would handle that? I don't know them, but something that
I
crossed
don't
my
think
mind.
I don't think you say anything. I think, as a nanny, you respect their privacy, and until they come to you, you just kind of have to keep the peace, do your job, and make all the pieces fit together, kind of thing. But I don't think you can say anything.
I agree, Alex. That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is. All right, well, let's move on to some lighter news because Addison Rae joined her boyfriend Bryce Hall on his video Spill or Fill Your Guts recently, where the couples and their influencer friends played a truth or dare type game that forced them to eat something nasty if they didn't want to answer the questions. I think Jimmy Fallon plays this as well. Of course, Addison gets confronted with one question, or is it James Corden? One of the late night hosts also plays a game like this. So Addison gets confronted with one questions related to her relationship with the Jenners. This is what went down. Take a look at this.
I'm for sure gonna answer it, so I'll pick this then.
Who's your least favorite Kardashian that you've met?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna answer it.
I don't have a least favorite.
Period.
While the boys all try to get her to answer someone, Addison decides to go in on the old fish that she's being threatened with. You can't say that Addison isn't loyal. So what do you think of this video and Addison's response to the question?
Good, and she'll be around a long time. Because if I was that young lady, I would say guys, Alex, Courtney's managing a career potentially. We're about to be in a movie. Like, girl.
So the video, there's a lot of video that we didn't show in that clip. So I think not a lot more, but I think Blake Gray or one of the guys asks her again, like, there isn't one that just kind of bugs you a little bit, and she stands her ground. I mean, we said this before. It's just like a mother. You don't pick your favorite child, and you don't pick your favorite Kardashian. End of story.
Alex, there's no way that outside of this show, if I was friends with the Jenners, you gonna get me on tape saying this is my least favorite anything about them. Period. You think Malika Khadijah got footage of her saying she don't like this girl in the family? You think as long as she been around them girls? Now Larsa might got that footage out there. Yeah. That's why she's outside of the gates and we on the inside. Like, you know what I mean? Addison ain't dumb. She gon' I love them all. And me too.
No. Good for her. Speaking of dumb things on the internet, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Because Ray J is launching an OnlyFans account. Because who isn't? And he's already revealed that he's looking to recreate the infamous Kim Kardashian sex tape moment with a celebrity look-alike to start things off. A source close to Ray J told Hollywood Life, quote, Ray J is launching an OnlyFans account and he's going to bring on a Kim Kardashian lookalike to spruce things up and recreate some fun moments. He doesn't care at all what Kim thinks about this. He's just doing his own thing and thinks it will blow up. He's all about nostalgia, so he feels like bringing it back because why not? He has no plans to tell Kim about what he's doing either. So Kim isn't the only celebrity that Ray J is looking to profit off of, though. The source goes on to say that he is thinking about collaborating with other celebs for his page. No word on who those celebrities might be or if Ray J is planning on having them be impersonators as well. Courtney, T-Tribe, what do you make of this Ray J news? And do you think that it's tasteful to be doing something like this, especially with his attitude towards the situation? And also everything that's going on right now with, you know, Kim and the divorce. Is this the time to do this?
For those of y'all that are too young to know, Ray J is iconic legend R&B superstar Brandy's brother. And he is very famous. You're just out of the loop, and that's okay. Or you just don't watch Love and Hip Hop, which I also don't that much either. So we're all in the same boat. Here's the thing, Alex. I feel dumb because yesterday I was like, Ray J should be the one handling Tupac's music in the verses. And there were like one or two people that were like, definitely not Ray J. And I was thinking to myself as I went downstairs after the show to pour myself my after show beverage, I was like, well, why didn't they want Ray J? And it's because of shenanigans like this. I think that he's charismatic. I think that he's fun. And I think that he's a great businessman. I just don't think that this is a good decision. And I think it might have been that said in the chat, it's up there, like, you're about to get sued. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kim and Chris and her kitty cat were drawing up the paperwork as we speak. So
this is a bad idea, bad move. I don't really understand his intentions behind it other than, you know, making a profit. I understand that intention, but like I said, it's bad taste.
Alex,
I'm not here for it. Like, why? I just don't get it.
How you feel about this? Rose's love bug. Rose's love bug is saying, I mean, she profited it off of it for years. Now, Rose's love bug, you bring up a very, very, very good point. However, didn't Ray J get paid off of that moment as well?
Yes, and it's just at this point making a mockery about the whole thing having a look-alike, and you know, it's just not good. And I don't want to give it any more time on the morning tea. So let's move on to our OMT story of the day because we are about that time. Khloe seems to be tired of waiting on the pandemic to have her happily ever after. So sources close to OK Magazine have revealed that Khloe has planned to elope with Tristan Thompson, foregoing the giant event the Kardashians would usually throw. The insider says that Khloe finds the idea of Tristan, True, and herself jetting off to Vegas or somewhere else private to have the wedding romantic. Now, Kris Jenner and the rest of the family are apparently not as enthusiastic about the idea. The insider said, quote, they want Khloe to follow family tradition and organize a big bash that will boost the brand. They can't imagine what's gotten into her. So do you think it would be a bad move for Khloe and Tristan to elope privately?
How, Alex, here's a question, and T-Tribe, can you answer as well if you're here? How do you build a circus and advertise all of the attractions and foolery on the inside and then decide to not give us a ticket to the show? Do y'all understand that logic? Khloe been clowning around for years. So it's like now all of a sudden that we want to see the big finale, we want to see you balance on that big giant ball in the middle of the ring. Now you don't want to let us inside the tent. I'm not on board with that. I understand her wanting to be private at this point because anything she does, the public drags her for. But at this point, let us see the happy ending. It's so happy for you, right? Isn't it, girl? This is like the love of your life. Girl, you might as well just let us see it. And get your bag. Since she was crying, Alex, was she crying when they made the announcement that the show was ending? She was crying, girl. Khloe took it the hardest, girl. She can't take it.
Right.
So it just seems to me that she will be running to get in front of the camera. No.
Yeah, yes. I just want to clarify because I see the T-Tribe in the chat. These are all just allegations. These are sources close to OK Magazine. We don't know if this is true or not. However, I do understand kind of closing that chapter on the show. Their relationship was a huge storyline for the show. I know this is Khloe's and Tristan's real life. However, it wouldn't surprise me that the family would want to have an event to kind of show their happily ever after. And it doesn't surprise me that Khloe would want to do something privately and just kind of, do it without any cameras. So all in all, I don't know. Do you think that this would actually happen? Do you think that Khloe would go and have an intimate wedding?
I mean, it's possible. I think that reality stars look, Kenya Moore off Real Housewives of Atlanta, Alex, girl, we woke up one day and she was just married. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Khloe could take any old vacation that we think is her going to whatever island, and then all of a sudden we come back on Monday and she's married. So, I mean, it could go either way. I just want to say to the T-Tribe, some of y'all are like, I don't believe it. Don't be surprised when me and Alex show up that one day Khloe's gotten married, details inside, or whatever Leo's going to make the title. Don't be surprised. And don't come here to hate, because we done told you.
I will say that not having, of course, the big event and it in all the headlines and press and everything surrounding it would quiet a lot of the noise. So I understand if they wanted to go that direction. But as a fan of Khloe and Keeping Up with the Kardashians and all of that, I think we'd want to see it. But all in all, she may not even be ready for that. Let's really call it what it is and be honest. Her mind may not even be close to that. So let's move on, Courtney, because that is all the tea we have to spill today. And we are, don't worry, we're back. Pacific Standard Time. Have a little champagne and spill some tea, of course. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're an after sipper, we love to read them. And Courtney, if they want more of you after the show, where can they find you?
If you want more of me after the tea, all you gotta do is follow me on social media. I'm always posting an inspirational quote on the Instagram, and I talk too much on Twitter, and I do whatever on the TikTok, and I've got a podcast and a YouTube channel. Just take my name right there, type it up top, all of it comes right on up. Where can they find you, Schiffman?
You can find me on all social media as well, just like my name, at Alex Schiffman, right there. And it's time to wash this tea off our hands. We'll be back tomorrow. Everyone stay safe. And Courtney, take it away.
Alrighty, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's in the man. You better wash your hands. Wash your hands. Scrub your hands.